Welcome, everybody. Today we're going to work on balance. If you haven't yet subscribed, please do now. And all you'll need is a floor space. You don't even need a mat, okay? So let's come to standing, feet together, and our arms right at our side. Close the eyes and feel the bottoms of your feet. Feel the heels, press them down. Feel the toes all spread out and down. Feel your knees pointed forwards, your hips pointed forward, your shoulder pointed forward, and your arms symmetrical. Chin parallel with the floor. This is the mountain pose. Bring the hands together, the center of the chest, gently open the eyes. This is Pranmasana. Lift the elbows, drop the hands, and firm all the muscles in the body. We have to have a certain amount of body tone to be able to control these balances, especially in the thighs, the buttocks, and the stomach. Inhale. Exhale. Anytime you want to challenge a balance, you can close your eyes, and that will make it harder. Inhale. Exhale. Memorize your position. Inhale. Exhale. Very good. Now take the arms up and separate the hands so they're right over the shoulders. This is Urdhva Hastasana, hands overhead pose. Close the ribs, put weight in your heels, and lift up. Now bend the knees. Once we bend the knees, the balance gets harder because our hips release. So you might feel a little wobbling. Try to stay right in the middle. Keep steering it to the middle. Relax your ankles. Hold. This is called the chair pose. You sit. But it has a lot to do with balance because you got to get balanced on two legs before you get balanced on one. And then return to Pranmasana and Tadasana. Very good. Now, we're going to do an exercise to come back to Tadasana. You're going to step out on your right foot and back together. Feel balance for just a split second. And then step out on your left and together. Step out. This will start to also strengthen your ankles, your knees, your hips, and all the muscles we need for good balance. Improper balance usually happens because of bad posture, weak muscles. We don't have the connection between our feet and our head. Think of everything as a balance. It's a sense. You sense you're balanced. And yoga, all kind of exercise develop that. And just being aware of it, even when you're walking down the street. Let's do 3 more. That's 1. And 2. Mountain. 3. And rest in the mountain. Bend the knees and stretch. Bend the knees, stretch. Now we're going to do something to strengthen your insteps. Lift your toes up and down, up and down, up and down, up and down. We need strong insteps, lifted arches, up and down, up and down, up and down, up and release. Bend the knees and straight. Now try this. Put your right foot in front of the left. So your feet are like on a tightrope or a balance beam. If you have a floorboard, you can step on that, okay? I can also feel my back toes are touching the front heel. Good. Bring your arms up to a cactus. Lift your chest. And just feel. Remember, if you want to make it harder, you can close the eyes. If you want to make it easier, go and hold a wall or a chair. Now, firm your thighs, your buttocks, your stomach, and hold your back. My teacher always said, the balance is in your back. Hold your back. Keep your arms, change your feet. Put the heel right there in front of the toes. And make like a tightrope. It's good. If you feel wobbling, that's not a bad thing. That's what's giving us information. You know, where to steady, where to hold. Maybe it's an ankle. Maybe it's a knee. Maybe it's a hip. Maybe your back's not lifting enough. Keep working on it. Keep working for this whole practice. Everything balanced. This is how you get better. The more you practice it, the easier it's going to be. Step the feet together and relax the arms, Tadasana. Close the eyes and take a deep breath in. And a slow breath out. Deep breath in. And a slow breath out. Gently open the eyes. Turn out your right leg. Take your arms out like a T. Now see if you can take the toe a little bit off the floor. If it doesn't do it, do a little tap. If it's okay, come on up and start lifting the knee toward the elbow. Make the arms like a T and hold the back. Sometimes it's good too to practice these balances looking in the mirror because you can see, are your arms straight? Is your knee lifting? How's it look? Keep your arms, switch your legs. Turn out your left leg from your hip. Feel your balance already. If you can't balance yet, that's okay. You're just getting strong. You can just do the little tap. Or if it's okay, you can start to lift the knee up. And then we want to hold. My teacher, Dharma Mitra, he says, if you don't hold long enough, you don't progress. So more and more, try to hold your balances just a little longer, like maybe one more breath or a few more seconds. And this is how you can get nice and strong and confident. Balance, you have to be confident. Lower everything down. Mountain pose. Close the eyes. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Slowly open the eyes and put your hands on your hips. This is another moving balance, okay? So I'm just going to turn so you can see. You're going to step the ball of your right foot back. You want to feel your balance there. Okay, if you wobble, you could hold your hands out. You could hold a wall. And then step feet together. Come back to that mountain. And then try the left. Step it back. It's always challenging, whether you're beginner, intermediate, advanced, professional. And together. It always takes concentration. Right leg back. It builds concentration. So not only do you get good balance, you get good concentration. Step together. Now let's try the left. These will strengthen those muscles we need for more challenging balances. And together. And step. And together. And step. Together. For the last four, put your arms up near your ears. And right foot back. If it's easy, you can try to go a little further. And up. And left. And together. And right. And together. And left. And together. Rest the arms, close the eyes, breathe in. Breathe out. Breathe in. Breathe out. Now go all the way to the back of your mat or to the room so you have a nice space in front of you. We're going to do the tightrope exercise. Put your hands on your shoulders, pull your shoulders apart, lift the stomach. Take the right foot, just like we did before, and put it right in front of the left. Now you don't want to rush, so you're going to wait here. And then we're going to take the next step. Putting the heel in front, lifting the chest. These exercises are really good. Those will really get the balance working in the brain and the body. And the right. If you're falling, don't worry. You can take your arms out. You can always start over again. And left. It takes practice. If we could easily do it, we wouldn't have to practice. And right. Balance is something, though, definitely we lose over time if we don't practice it. And left. Now we're going to go backwards. We're going to start with the left and go back. Now find that balance, hold. You can look straight ahead, or if it's getting pretty easy, you can go ahead and close your eyes. And right. And left. Try to pull your shoulders wide open, your back's like a T. And right. And left. And feet together. Rest. Now, let's try this. Step your right foot forward. Bend both knees. Now, you're going to put your fingers on the floor. If you can't put your fingers on the floor, you can hold your leg here. Okay? If you can get your fingers down, just put your fingers down and take your back toe up like this. Okay? Now, walk your fingers so you feel pretty much balanced on that right leg. Beginners, you can stay here or holding your knee. If you're a little more comfortable, take your right hand to your ankle. If you want, you can do both. You could walk it in a little bit, and then if you feel ready, go for it. And then everybody put your fingertips back down. Put your top leg back down and step back to where we started. The mountain pose comes in handy because you always come back to it and you always start from it. Okay? Left foot, step forward, bend both knees. Either rest your hands on your thigh, or if you can reach the floor, you could even use blocks if you have 2 blocks. Get to the floor, take your right toe up, bend both knees. It helps to look at the floor. The eyes help a lot with balance. That's why it makes it harder if we close the eyes. Now, maybe you can get your left hand to your ankle. If not, maybe you could try 1 finger or 2 fingers, or to minus the fingers. You can walk your right hand in a little bit, maybe 1 finger. If you feel comfortable, hold the foot. Here's why we need the strong insteps. You'll feel your arch wants to fall in. You got to hold it. Keep lifting your back toe. Look at the floor. Feel that balance. And then put your fingers on the floor. Your top leg comes down and you step back to the mountain pose. Rest. We're just going to do a couple more. So it's better to practice a little bit every day than to practice like for 2 hours once a month. Every day, regular. So it's part of your, just part of your natural daily ability to tune into balance, to have that warmed up, connected. All right, the tree pose. If you need, stand near a wall. We're going to turn out the right leg. And you have a choice. You can bring your foot in the calf, or you can bring it all the way up to the inner thigh here. Once you have it there, bring the hands together. Center. Too easy, you can try to look up or close your eyes. Too hard, put the foot lower or hold a wall or keep your toe a little bit on the floor still. Everyone's going to be getting the same benefit. Everyone's going to be strengthening and developing their balance and concentration. Switch the legs. Go to the other side. Do exactly what you did on the first side. Sometimes one side is better. That's normal. You want to try to get your weaker side better. The weaker side's the focus, because you always want to bring up the weaker side of the body or your health, whatever it is. Okay. And again, this is good for all levels. And release. Mountain pose. Close the eyes. Let's take 2 more deep breaths together to finish. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Bring the hands together. Open the eyes. Thank you so much. If you like this, press like, share with a friend, keep practicing. And if you need to leave a comment, leave me a comment. Thank you.